Hey everybody, Brandon Thompson here on site of my newest flip. We actually bought this 6 months ago and it took forever. I'll be quite honest with you, it was a rough one. Not from the fact that it was something that I couldn't handle, but it was supposed to have been done in like 2.5 months and it took 6 months. And we had some major weather, some major storms, and I had a pull from hell, which I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it. But let's talk about the house. So as you see this house, in this walkthrough video, this property, it looks immaculate, right? But we're gonna be linking in some before pictures so that you can see the befores while we're looking at the afters. The property itself actually had so much vegetation surrounding it, and it was actually growing and overtaking this property. This property specifically has sat on the market for 8 years. A really wealthy individual that owned this property here in my city actually vacated in the middle of the night and nobody knew why and moved to Tennessee. And the property just sat here for years and years and years, and he paid taxes on it, and people had tried to buy it for quite some time. And then it got to the point so bad that, as you'll see in the pictures, that kids in this city came over here to do drugs and to do God knows what, and graffiti and everything was everywhere. And I've done a lot of Instagram stories and a lot of TikTok stories or videos in this property showing the process. But for those of you who haven't seen it on YouTube, you're gonna get to see firsthand how beautiful this project came out. Now, I will say that we put a lot of time and effort into it, and it came out magnificent. What you'll see is, just look at this property specifically, we got brand new windows, we repainted the stucco, we actually cased out the columns and put in some really nice columns. And then the roof. The roof is a $22,000 architectural shingle. We went a little more upgraded than I would on a normal property, but I wanted to show the pizzazz of this property. It's kind of like, it's out here in the South, but it has a little bit of a Tudor look, and I wanted to make it pop. I wanted the roof to say, I'm yours, I'm something different. And I like something different. And when I'm selling a house, I want to be something that stands out and grabs people's attention so that it'll sell fast. And that's something that I do when I rehab houses. I try to make my houses look different than most other flippers. So as you'll see, we have a Japanese maple, we have a really nice, well-designed landscape, and we can look at it here in a second. But I had a landscaper out of Atlanta that I use, Collier Landscape. And if you're flipping in Atlanta and you want a high-end luxury grade landscape job, Collier Landscaping, Greg Collier, he is the man, and that's who you need to hook up with. And you tell him Brandon Thompson sent you. But we designed this property to pop. And there's something that I teach on with my students in my group coaching, but it's called the Purple Cow philosophy. Seth Godin wrote a book called The Purple Cow, and it talks about making yourself remarkable so that when you stand out, you look brilliant and different, and people will want to do business with you. So think about this, you're going down a pasture and there's a bunch of brown cows out there, and they're just walking around. You're not gonna really take notice of it because it's the same thing you've seen over and over and over again. But guess what? If there's a purple cow walking right along, you're gonna stop the car, you're gonna stop walking if you're walking, and you're gonna take notice. This is different, this is something different. So, let's pan the camera out here. What you'll see, this is a brick house. This is an older but really nice high-end brick house neighborhood. It's 2- and 3-story homes, and they're on like estate lots, and there's a nice lake out here. And as you'll see as we're going back around, this is the only thing that stands out like this, and it's popping. We've already had an offer on the property, and we're negotiating right now. So only 1 week on the market, this thing, I guarantee I get another week, I'll have this thing contracted. It's different, and it's at a great price point for the square footage here an hour west of Atlanta. But come on in, let's go check in the inside. All right, come on in, welcome to MTV Cribs. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Brandon Thompson's house. Okay, so let's just go through this pretty quickly so that you get a grasp of what the home looks like. As you'll see in the before pictures, this house had a lot of graffiti where kids just come in and hung out and did drugs. They painted. The whole house was covered in like hate crime, hate violence, all kinds of like satanic artwork. And it made you feel like the home needed to be exercised. And now it's light and airy and it just feels good. And a little bit of a dreary day outside, so the lighting is a little bit off, but as you'll see, it is light and airy. The home itself feels like somewhere somebody would want to live and enjoy themselves in a home with 4,500 square feet, 1 acre, saltwater pool, 3-car garage with a 1-car detached garage. We've got an eat-in kitchen, the buffet style, 2 fireplaces, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. So let's just take a quick tour. In here, we had blue cabinets originally, and now we've got a white shaker cabinet with quartz counters. The cabinets were blue metal with black countertops, and now we have white on white, which is kind of in style. We are in the South, and I know not everybody's style is Subway and barnwood and things like that, but this property, we did that because I'm in the South, and I'm not gonna apologize for doing an Atlanta grade remodel, Southern style in the South when it makes sense. You always, when you're rehabbing a home, you want to conform to the area that you're in. If you're in California, this look probably wouldn't adhere to the conformity of the area. You probably want more of a modern, sleek look. This is more of a modern, like rustic feel. But when I'm looking at houses, I'm always trying to figure out how I can modernize the flow. This property specifically was 15 years old when I bought it, and it's set on the market for 8 years. And what you'll see, this wall here is open and spacious, but originally it wasn't. I would say that the wall came out to be about right here, and we wanted this to be the breakfast room, open and airy, and flow into the kitchen with the sitting area and the sitting fireplace. So this is supposed to be a combined room, and that's how we designed it. And from there, we actually realized that this property was more than what you saw by the natural eye. It needed a little more oomph. So we stained the columns here. We like to put that rustic feel, like I said. We stained the LVL, encased it out, and stained that. We put the barnwood on, like I said earlier, and we just added a little more. So this was originally a wet bar, and the wet bar came in about right here, and that was a nice feature to have, a sink and stuff like that. But you had a small hallway, and it just didn't make sense. So what we did was we just put in this little wine area. When you're flipping houses, you're not necessarily creating a home that's just for you. You're creating a home that is on a budget and that is nice and clean. And it's a great property for the end buyer to have a place that they can call home. And that's all this property is. It's not trying to be anything more. But because of the price point, I did add a little bit extra luxuries to the property, like a Nest thermostat and things like that. So we've got a couple of upgraded thermostats, and all throughout the house, we've just added a little extra touch. Let's go check out the master bathroom. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. We actually put an accent wall, built that out, and added a couple reading lamps, his and her reading lamps, so that people can read while they're in bed. But it's a basic bedroom with an accent wall. But the bathroom, the master bathroom we added was a nice touch. We actually enhanced it. This bathroom itself was dingy and had a hole in the ceilings. There was a major hole up in this ceiling above the bathtub and the shower, and it was from a major roof leak, and there was so much wood rot and mildew and stuff, and we had to gut it all out and just finish it out nice and put it back together. So we added a double shower head feature. It was originally a single shower, and it was a smaller shower. So we opened it up, made it bigger, and we put a standalone tub, a standing tub here that was just freestanding so that people can have a little more accent and luxury in the master bath. Added another accent wall, and the house itself only had a double vanity, but it didn't have like somewhere for somebody to do their makeup. So we added that as well. So when I'm looking at flip houses, I'm looking at the space, and I'm trying to design the house around the space and understand the flow of the home and what would somebody in that price point desire. So we added a little extra into this master bathroom. Now I'm gonna take you upstairs. Let's go follow me and we'll see what we got going here. You'll see where we actually added a little extra touch with the couple bathrooms upstairs, what we did. So the upstairs actually has four bedrooms, and it only had 2 bathrooms. So 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. We had an oversized bedroom back here that was kind of like more for a theater and an office. So we left that alone, but we realized that you still had 3 bedrooms, and we wanted to give each bedroom a bathroom. So I understand the theater room itself, the office, it doesn't necessarily need a bathroom. But when you're talking about an individual secondary bedroom or third, you want that bathroom. And a home like this is 4,500 square feet. That's got a little bit more luxury grade. We needed a little extra. So in this house, you actually had an oversized bathroom for the 2 bedrooms. And what we did was we split it. So we split it in half and we added a vanity in each, a new tub, and a toilet, and it worked. It worked well, just changed a little plumbing around. That's where, as a flipper, you gotta pay attention to the floor plan. Does it make sense? Slow down to speed up. So by adding this extra bathroom, I added probably an extra $30,000 worth of value in this home. So this bedroom here flows into its own bathroom now. And what you'll see in this bathroom used to be a Jack and Jill bathroom, so it was double the size. We framed up this wall right here and finished it out, but originally it was one open bathroom between here, and then you come through here with another area that was the extension of the bathroom, and it would be an open door getting from one room to the other. But what we did was we framed it up, we remaneuvered it, and look, it's still a sizable bathroom that is independent usage. Basically, this bedroom, whoever is occupant of this bedroom, is going to have a private bathroom, which is what we wanted. And I'll show you the other bathroom. It looks perfect as well. So this is the other side of that wall. This is the other side of that wall. So you can see the bathroom specifically was actually very, very large. And it was just too big. You'd think that this would have been a master bathroom with a master bedroom, but no, that's on the first floor. This is on the second floor where typically kids live. And it just didn't make sense to have that big bathroom. So here you go. You've got 2 bathrooms split now from a singular bathroom, and it gave us so much more value. And now all of the bedrooms up here actually have a full bathroom. That's a private bathroom. And on top of that, like I said, we got a bonus room. It can be used as a bedroom, but it's really a theater and a loft, so it flowed well. Now, we're not gonna show you any more of the rest of the house, but I do wanna show you the backyard. Let's go check it out. All right, so we're outside. The house, like I said, as you remember, the pool was dingy. It had like green water that looked like something from the Swamp Thing. There was overgrowth galore and you couldn't even walk in this backyard. In fact, it was so terrible that when the pool cleaners were cleaning back here and the landscapers were cutting down here, everything that was back here, they thought that they were gonna possibly find a dead body. No lie, I was talking to the pool cleaners while they were here that day. They had actually found something in the pool that was heavy, and it was in the middle of the winter time. It's still late winter, early spring right now, so it's just starting to warm up, but they're freezing their butts off and they're trying to reel something in and they're pulling it out, and thankfully it was only a grill, but they were really worried about it. Now, I had a little bit of a learning curve. I've bought and sold a bunch of homes with pools, but this pool in specific had given me a lot of problems. Like I told you in the original part of this video, that this pool specifically had a ton of problems. We didn't realize that it was a fiberglass insert and it was gonna cost a lot to repair it. We actually we replaced all the pool equipment, spent several $1,000s, almost $10,000, and out in the middle of nowhere, we thought that the pool, fiberglass, was possibly a liner, but you couldn't see anything because of the nastiness. Now, it took several months to get the pool company out here while we were rehabbing. So they came in like in the last month after being on schedule for so long. Everybody's, busy. All the local pool companies are so busy. So it took forever to get them over here. And we were just finishing up the house and we thought this was gonna be easy breezy. But during that process, the pool started to have a leak, and under repairs, the water started disappearing. And fiberglass is not an easy thing to replace like a liner. So we had to go in and patch the fiberglass. And that's not a big deal, but now you've got a transition, and we're still actually, as you see, the pool's a little dirty, but we're still trying to clean this pool up. This was so dirty and it sat just filthy for 8 years. By the way, we just did have a storm, so that's why it's extra filthy. But it sat filthy for 8 years being unused, and kids were dumping stuff in it. It just became very, very toxic. And this pool itself, not only did it have a leak, but it had a plumbing issue. So during this winter, it got really, really cold, and we hadn't had the plumbing, all of the pool equipment replaced yet. So we had to go in and cut out lines and repair them and replace them. I had already had my landscaping done, and this pool itself started becoming a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie, we had to cut concrete, and of course you see that we painted the concrete. We've cleaned it up and made it look as good as we can, but the concrete itself had to be cut, and we patched it and tried to blend it in. But there is a transition here. So I've learned from this experience. After 18 years of doing this, flipped probably 20 homes with pools, never had this kind of problem. But I did learn from this experience. I'm gonna go ahead and call the pool people up from day one and get them over here. And even if I have to get somebody an hour away, just to get them over here to get the pool done first before the majority of the remodel is done. Because like I said, we had to go in and we had to dig up a lot of the sod that we did back here. So the sod itself, we laid all this with the pool, the plumbing lines came around from the pool house all the way through here through this patio we built, and all this had to come up. So I'm not doing that ever again. We ever have a pool with a property and we know it needs major repair, we're gonna get somebody. If we can't get anybody local and they have to take forever to get out here, I'm gonna make sure that even if I have to import somebody from 2 hours away, somebody is gonna take care of the pool now, right then and there on the spot, right when we start. Because this was something that really messed up my budget here. But anyways, as you see, backyard was a jungle. Moving on, backyard was a jungle. You couldn't see anything back here. We got a couple palm trees in. We built a small patio, put a fire pit in. We left the slide. We took the little pavilion over there and added a roof, put in a new fence, stained the concrete, and voila, we've got a brand new house. The home is fully flipped. It's on the market for $670,000. We bought it for $200,000. We put, my original budget was $150,000 after everything that's gone wrong, and then some things that happened along the way and things starting to delay. We're in the property for $225,000. So we went way over budget, but thankfully I had the equity there. The home's worth $670,000. I'm in it for, $415,000-ish or so right now, $420,000 at this point, and it's worth $670,000. So do the math. If all is well, we'll make a couple $100,000 profit. Even if we don't hit our numbers, even by going over budget, we'll make easily $150,000. So that's it. And I hope you guys learn from this walkthrough video. We're gonna do more. So tell all your friends about REI Society and the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're a new visitor, and see you in the next video.